Hello everyone and welcome back to 27 Fox Place. I like to start out with a daily reset, and the average time I spend on the morning reset is about 15 minutes. And some days I only need to make the bed and tidy the house, and other days I have laundry to fold and dishes to put away. And I like to get the daily tasks out of the way first thing, so once I've finished my coffee, I get going. And if I don't get started right away, then the morning gets away from me and nothing gets done. There's not a whole lot of laundry today, but I do need to start a load of laundry and program the washer to run in the morning before I get out of bed. That way, when I get up tomorrow morning, I can transfer the clothes straight over to the dryer. Laundry is the most time-consuming part of my morning reset, and it can take 10 to 15 minutes to get the laundry folded and put away. And if I don't have the time to finish everything, I do what I can in the time that I have, even if I only fold half the laundry. And that way, I only have half as much to do later. I washed a load of colors the day before, and I folded everything except for the microfiber cloths. And high temperatures can damage microfiber, so it's better to wash them in cold or warm water with mild detergent. Bleach can also cause damage, and fabric softener clogs the fibers so that they don't trap germs and bacteria. Microfiber cloths attract lint and hair and the paper from the receipt that you forgot about, so it's better to wash them in a separate load. But I don't have enough microfiber cloths to run a separate load, so I put them in mesh bags so that I can wash them with the rest of the laundry. And I also separate them by color, and each color has a different purpose. I use blue in the kitchen, green is general purpose that I use around the house, and yellow I use only in the bathrooms.
Start, this wouldn't have ended with broken hearts, 'cause I don't wanna waste my time.
If you're new here, my name is Randy and I live in Southern California with my husband and our 2 fur babies. And I make videos for cleaning and organizing motivation, and I post new videos every Friday. So if you enjoy this type of content, be sure to take a minute and hit that subscribe button.
Don't string me along the way you do. Just let me get over you. Maybe you don't wanna know. You don't see what you have in front of you. Or maybe I'm not enough for you. So maybe I should go. If I had known from the start, this wouldn't have ended with broken hearts. 'Cause I don't wanna waste my time. No. Nothing new, but it's so good to see you. We do this every day, and I'm still so amazed by you. So hold me tight through the night.
I try to divide the housework over the week so that I can take Sundays off, and Sundays are for relaxing and spending time on the things I enjoy, but there are times when it pays to get ahead of the game, and while I should be working in a zone, I decided to get a jump start on the weekly cleaning instead.
I'm here to stay every single day.
I have one day of the week that I dedicate to dusting the house, and I usually check this one off my list early in the week. It takes about 10 minutes to walk through the house with a duster, and it's more efficient to dust the entire house at the same time. Every time I have to stop and put down one cleaning product to pick up another one, it adds additional time to my cleaning.
So lucky, still can't believe you love me. Falling into your arms, dancing up in the stars. Oh, where I'd rather be than with you. So lucky, still can't believe you love me.
I always get questions about this duster, and I wish it were still available, but we've had this duster forever. My husband bought it from an infomercial way back, and I think it was called the Magna Duster, but they don't sell them anymore, and I'll leave a link in the description box for something similar. And I try to include as much information as I can think of, but be sure to leave a comment if you have any questions about anything, or if you need a link to something that isn't listed in the description box.
Saw you from across the room. When our eyes met, I never knew that I could feel this way, and it's kinda strange. Don't even know your name. I don't know you, but I want to get to know you. Just wanna get to know you.
I spot clean the kitchen table after every meal, but to keep the grime from building up, I give it a more thorough cleaning every week, and it's a quick task that I can squeeze in any time I have an extra minute or two.
Wish I could wipe my own memory out. I wish I could dream about somebody else. I wish I could talk when the silence so loud. I wish, oh I wish I could wipe my own memory out. I wish I could do something that will make sense. I wish I would know what you're thinking about. I wish I could wipe my own memory out.
I shake the dust out of the runner and the flowers before I put them back on the table, and since I had the blower out today, I used it to dust out the flowers.
I would die if I saw you now. Dreams might turn into something real. Don't you give me that look, take a bow, already know. Now you gotta go. Hey, now that our names are written in stone, let's be honest, sounds like home.
This patio door needs to be cleaned about every 5 minutes, but I only clean it once a week, and I usually clean the door and wipe down the patio at the same time, and I use the same supplies, so it makes sense to do them both at the same time.
I wish I could talk when the silence so loud. I wish, oh I wish I could wipe my own memory out. I wish I could do something that will make sense. I wish I would know what you're thinking about. I wish I could wipe my own memory out. I watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking? And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on. I put my feet up, and we just sing along. And I can't help but feeling, just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 I watch you as you sleep.
Cleaning the patio is a 5-minute task that I try to do every week, and the patio gets cleared off with the blower when we do the yard work, but anytime I have the blower out, I take a minute to clear off the leaves and the dirt that end up on the patio, and I try to keep the patio clean so that we can spend as much time outdoors as possible, even if it's only for 5 minutes.
I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. Forever. Forever.
I need to vacuum the entire house at least once a week, and most of the dirt and hair gets deposited on the stairs on the way up, so the upstairs carpet stays cleaner than the rest of the house, and I would vacuum every day if I had the time. There's just something about freshly vacuumed carpets that instantly makes the whole house feel clean.
I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here as you drive. Do you know I'm looking?
Full stop. Can't believe I live in your thoughts. I think about you all the time, morning, evening, and midnight. Such a wonderful delight. Forgo, give up everything that I own. Yeah, I'd give it all up now just to be with you somehow. Unexpected love was found. You're the rose in a garden, and it shows if I'm honest.
I try to vacuum the front part of the stairs every week, and the small rotary attachment is the perfect size for the job. And the stairs accumulate more debris and dog hair than the upstairs, and the bottom half of the stairs is always worse than the top.
You in my arms, won't let go.
Miss Callie likes to sleep against this bottom step, so I try to remember to vacuum this spot more often, but it's a losing battle, like trying to keep the nose prints off the glass door.
You're the rose in a garden, and it shows if I'm honest. You're the leaves in mid-August.
Keeping the floors clean downstairs is a constant battle, and we are in and out of the house constantly, and a little bit of dirt gets tracked inside every trip, and the robot vac helps keep the floors clean so that I don't have to spend quite as much time vacuuming, but I still need to vacuum the rugs every week. I vacuum the hot spots on the furniture once a week, and the front part of the sofa is another place that collects dog hair, and the longer I let it go, the more noticeable it gets, and I try to keep up with the weekly cleaning so that I have less cleaning to do on the weekends and more time to spend relaxing.
Come out here to say, hey, you're the rose in a garden, and it shows if I'm honest. You're the leaves in mid-August, and I've come out here to say, hey.
The robot vacuum keeps things from getting ground into the carpet, so most of the time I can just vacuum around it, but once a week I like to move the table so that I can vacuum underneath.
I was never the one to write up a song for just anyone. I was always the one to find myself lost in old conversations. Oh, 'cause I've always been told that things will unfold if you keep on waiting. But then you came along and proved me all wrong. I was so mistaken.
I'm always amazed at just how much I get out of the rugs when I vacuum, and I always empty the tank on the vacuum and recharge it after every use. That way it's ready to go when I need it.
You're making me wanna try forever, and I feel so free. Oh, my sweet baby.
I wipe down the laundry room once a week, and it's one of the easier tasks on my to-do list. So when I clean the laundry room, I put fresh sheets on the bed and I wash the cover on the sofa, and I start at the top and work my way down, and today I'm just using a damp microfiber cloth to wipe down all the surfaces, and I'll use a dry microfiber cloth to buff the water spots off the reflective surfaces.
Every spectrum, guess I finally learned my lesson. 'Cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever, and I feel so free. Oh, my sweet baby. myself, and I'm thinking out loud. We won't need nothing else for the rest of our time, and I know it so well. I will always be by your side. 'Cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby. All the pieces back together.
If I don't do anything else, I keep up with the kitchen and bathrooms, and I clean the bathrooms once a week. And most cleaners have a dwell time, so when I clean the bathrooms, the first thing I do is apply the cleaning products. And I use Lysol bowl cleaners to clean the toilet, and I use rubbing alcohol to disinfect the surfaces in the bathroom. 70% isopropyl alcohol is much more effective than higher concentrations, and because it has more water, it takes longer to evaporate, so it remains on the surface longer. So after I saturate the fixtures, I give the alcohol a minute to evaporate, and then I wipe everything down.
Yesterday, there was sun and there was rain. Beauty in the mundane. As the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now there's something in the air, and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within.
I usually clean the bathrooms on the same day. I use the same products in each bathroom, so it makes sense to clean the bathrooms together. And it takes about 20 minutes to clean the bathrooms, and our primary bathroom gets the most use and it takes the most time to clean. And of course, I'm in and out of the bathrooms several times a day. So on one of those trips, I wipe down the surfaces on my way out, and it takes about 30 seconds to do, and the bathrooms always stay clean.
Out of sand.
I try to avoid using disposable products whenever I can. They're more expensive and they're not great for the environment. And I like to use microfiber cloths to wipe down the fixtures in the bathroom, but when it comes to the toilet, I prefer to use disposable disinfectant wipes.
Dreamy, breezy, we go.
I usually need to clean the floors a few times during the week, but I don't always use a cleaning solution. Once a week, I do use a cleaner on the floors, and I apply the cleaner with a spray bottle, and then I use the wet vac to extract the dirt and rinse the soap from the tiles. And we have travertine tiles, so acidic cleaners like vinegar will damage the surface of the stone, so I need to be careful and use a cleaner that's safe to use on natural stone. The cleaner I use is a concentrate, which cuts down on single-use plastics, and I mix the solution with water in a spray bottle so that it's easy to apply, and I'll leave a link in the description box if you're interested.
To start the rebuilding of life, The roads that lay open are many when the old one's gone under the knife. And I can feel the sun on my skin, beginning to thaw from within. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today is a good day to live. This morning has so clear a light as any to see the horizon in the far. Excuses were 2 for a penny, but they've all gone out the window of this car. And when I feel the wind on my face, all that ever was is a wreck. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today, well, something's gotta give. Today is a good day. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. A good day to tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today, well, something's gotta give. Today is a good day. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Gotta give. Today is a good day. Today is a good day. Today is a good day to live.
That's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, remember to give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe and turn on the notifications before you go. And thank you so much for spending your time with me today, and I hope to see you next time.